there's a lot of training for real estate agents to be better agents, but there's really not a lot for buyers and sellers to be better buyers and better sellers.
Welcome to our first episode of Property Chat with Lachy and Matt, brought to you by Realhub. I'm Lachlan Macdonald. I'm here with my co-host Matt Farrugia. And Matt, what we wanted to talk about first episode really is what we plan for this podcast.
Yep.
What our goals are and why really we thought about starting it in the first place.
Yeah, so this has been going for a little while. Obviously, really thankful to Frank and the guys at Realhub for giving us the push that we needed and some support around obviously being able to get good quality audio and all the video and things like that. I think the big thing for us was in our industry, there's a lot of training for real estate agents to be better agents, but there's really not a lot for buyers and sellers to be better buyers and better sellers. So for me, it was about wanting to give back. Another piece to that was that I've just always noticed over time, the more experience that I have in the industry at times and the longer that I've done it, the more I tend to rush through my answer or my response to buyers and sellers about why we do certain things. And sometimes things can get a little bit overlooked. You know, it might be something as little as explaining to someone the difference between conditional and unconditional exchanges, all of those sorts of things. So I wanted to be able to just bit by bit release little pieces that are going to give some information to people who are buying or selling. And sometimes it might even just be conversational stuff, just, you know, our view on different points in the market, like where we're at now, which is probably where we'll start today, talking about everything that's happening with the pandemic. So hopefully people get a lot out of this. The other part is I'd really love to see people engage with it. So if there is questions, if there's topics or things that you'd like answered, I'd love to see people sort of come back to us with that. Lachy, from your point of view, obviously, we both work in the industry. To give people some insight on yourself, why don't you just sort of start away with what you do for work, obviously?
Yeah, so I've been in the industry for over 12 years myself, but I'm a third generation agent, so I've been surrounded by it my whole life. And I think that as a result of that, that's part of what's driven me to want to do this is I take for granted on a daily basis the knowledge that I have in the industry. And you talk with people and you think, I just thought that everyone knew that. Everyone either owns a home or has, they're leasing a home. I thought they would know that about the industry because it's a necessity of life. You have to live somewhere. And you quickly realize how many of the things that we know people actually don't. As a result of that, I really just wanted to give some of that knowledge back, as you said. And having been both a principal of an office, an agent in both the Central Coast and in Sydney's eastern suburbs, and also as an auctioneer, I auction for independent auction house Cooley Auctions. So we conduct auctions all around Sydney City, all types of properties, commercial, residential. So I'm hoping I can give some insight into the auction process for buyers and for sellers and obviously some of that experience helped them be more comfortable on auction day.
And obviously, like Lachy, I too work in the industry, have done it now for coming up 6 years. My role has always been at the same place here in Terrigal with Elger Hooker. But during that 6 years, I've had a variety of different roles. So that's ranged from property management, business development, obviously helping manage and run the office, and as well being a salesperson. So I think we're going to add some interesting insight to all different aspects of real estate, and we really look forward to sort of taking you guys on this journey. So again, as we said, if there is any questions throughout or anything that you'd like to see us do or talk about, we'd love to hear from you. So guys, stay tuned.